because the mark of Christ was within them, that they no longer needed to make God's mark on their penises. Yet they had reverted back to that, and so he thought he needed to write back to them and let them know that, hey, what I said was what I said. And then 2 Corinthians 11:14, he quotes that. That's fine. However, I would question any Christian on quoting anything from Paul, because Paul was Saul, who was a condemner of Christians, who killed and tortured and robbed from churches of Christians. And then in a maniacal fit had a vision from Jesus Christ himself and suddenly converted. And if you go to Galatians, Paul goes through the whole story ad nauseum, and he'll tell you he didn't talk to any of the apostles except for Peter, who the Catholic Church says Peter is the founder of their church, and Venom X doesn't like Catholics. Anyone who's read the Bible knows that Peter was the least intelligent, the least adept at figuring out Jesus' parables, and yet he was the only one besides James, who was Jesus' brother. That was the only apostle that Paul had tutored under, and for only 15 days. So Paul is basically just pulling shit out of his ass. If you ask me, Paul is the corrupter of Christianity. Paul was the one that took Christianity from a philosophy and turned it into a religion. That's terrible. And anyway, so Venom X goes on to talk about Latter-day Saints, Mormons, I guess they're the same thing, Buddhists, Hindus, etc., etc. I mean, love thy neighbor as I love thyself. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Judge not lest you be judged. Apparently, all these things have fallen by the wayside in his particular brand of Christianity. I was a bit upset by what he said about Buddhists, though, because he said Buddhism was atheistic, but it was codified. In other words, your works led to enlightenment, which is not Buddhism. Buddhism does not have any works. As a matter of fact, the Buddha was about self-realization and self-control. There are no works. There are no gods. So in that sense, it is atheistic. However, because everything is an illusion, any good works would be an illusion. Therefore, any good works would be unnecessary to obtaining enlightenment. So, it's not really a works-based thing. But Christianity is. Because God, who is love, and love is a lot of things, but it's not proud, which is something that this Venom X person appears to be. Love isn't jealous. Love isn't hateful. Love isn't vengeful. Love seeks to gain nothing from the other person. But God's love does. God's love is contingent upon our belief in Him, first of all, and secondly, upon the fact that we accept Jesus Christ as our Savior. This is conditional love. Love is unconditional. So conditional love, which is a popular term, is not love. Conditional love is not love. And love does not parade itself, is not puffed up, does not behave rudely, does not seek its own, is not provoked, thinks no evil, does not rejoice in iniquity, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails, but out of faith, hope, and love, love is the greatest of these things. That's 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. Okay? So, getting on YouTube, making fun of other religions, saying that, getting in a Batman costume and making fun of Muslims and Islam and how they're wrong and they're being perverted by Satan is not love. And Jesus Christ preached love and tolerance, and the only thing he was intolerant of were sin, Satan, and the money changers in the temple. So unless you're going to church and there are a bunch of bankers in there changing money, changing currencies, you go in with dollar bills and they want to give you pounds or lira or something, then you need to relax, man, because you're way off the path. The path was set forth in the words of Jesus Christ. Nobody else's. Not Paul's, not Isaiah, not Ezekiel, not Moses, not Noah. If you're a Christian, the words of Jesus Christ, that's the only philosophy you need to live by. So, that's all I have to say on the subject, and it really makes me sad that people such as Phantom X don't preach so much as dictate to others. So that's all I got to say. Peace.